Yes, you made it. Congratulations, you've done the theory part. Now we're going to the practical, where we'll be showing you how all these things connect, how they work. All right. So let's go straight into it. But before that, I will show you this small explanation that you have to understand. You have to understand the basic uh, tracker wiring system. Number one, you have to you have to understand your positive, which is your power. Usually a red wire, you know, is on the tracker. You see a red wire. Sometimes they label it 12V. Then the negative, which is the ground, your ground. That's the power source to the tracker because nothing works without power. And like the tracker gets its own power from the car battery. And the car battery has positive and negative, just like a normal battery head. It has positive and negative. But the wiring is already in the car. You don't have to run a straight wire from the car, battery inside the bonnet straight to the car. No, just know how to locate the actual wire that is carrying the positive and negative. So that's how you can use your meter to read and connect. All right. So it's very straightforward and easy. But if you are skeptical, you can get a rewire to do some major installation for you because the rewire know how to open all these things. He knows all these things already. But we're going to ensure that you know it also, right? But for serious and complicated installation, use a car rewire and just direct him, let him locate for you, or you use the installers, engineers that we usually use. You just do the management and configuration and settings, but you have to know it also. So positive and negative. Then the ignition detection or ACC or ignition wire, you have to locate it. Usually a yellow wire, you have to connect, this to the car ignition switch ACC line. You have to locate the car ACC line and connect it to the tracker ignition ACC cable. This is very important because this allows the tracker to detect when the car is turned on or turned off. It can give you information about the car status. But some people say, I don't want it. All right. I just want to track, just give it power from the battery terminal and track my car. Then the optional, there's a relay engine cutoff wire. All right. So different tracker have different color code for all these things. So you can connect it to the fuel pump or ignition relay if you want to remotely cut off your engine. So if you want to off your engine from anywhere in the world, this is what you use. That's what the relay basically do. So you have to make sure that that connection is intact. So the ACC and the engine cutoff is very important if you want to stop and know whether the engine is active or not. Then the positive and negative is for power. That's just the power cable, wiring. The rest are plug and play, which is a mic, which is your mic. You can see. Then every other thing is just additionals. They are optional. You might decide not to use them. Okay? Which is, for instance, the door detect. Sometimes SOS. Some people say they don't want SOS because once somebody sees SOS, like a button you can press beside your dashboard, they will be suspicious that there's a security on this car, and they might hold you ransom and say, okay, there's security on this car. You have to follow us to where you can dismantle it or remove it as a car, driver. So you have to ensure that you give them the option of either using the SOS or not using it. Some people say they want to use all the functions. You can put it there. So when something happens, press a button, the tracker can start alerting the preset number or making alarm or triggering an alarm just to call attention. Okay. So this is the wiring diagram based on all the terminal on the tracker. This wire that comes out from the tracker, it has different port and O, and all the O correspond to this color code of these wires. So all of them have the corresponding color code and functions and what they're supposed to connect to. So you have to study guide manual. When you buy a tracker, you have to look at the manual step by step to understand because there are different trackers in this world, the different manufacturers. All of them have different color code and different functions. So you have to understand that manual is very important. Okay. So the next class will be showing you basic connection and the termination of the car tracker in a device.